Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. Unfortunately, bad news. Chelsea have dropped two massive points. Yeah, my mic is bad as always. Sums it up. I mean, let me try to change it now. Disconnected. It's not looking good. How about now? Look better?
Yeah, but a lot better.
Let me know. I don't know what happened to my mic. I'll fix it shortly. But yeah, guys, Chelsea 2, Ipswich 2, 2-0 down in the first half. Boos everywhere. Chelsea showed so much passion to come back into the game, which, we shouldn't be in that position in the first place. Vital subs made at a good time. Some were questionable, but paid off. And we nearly won it towards the end. Cole Palmer nearly got the goal. Enzo Fernandez nearly got the goal. Sindri, what can you tell us, man? I mean, look, two massive points dropped. We can see from the table here. Newcastle can go ahead. Villa, same points as us. We've got better goal difference. Man City obviously picking up a vital win. And I don't know what happened to Forest. Did Forest win? I didn't even see the result. Forest.
I can check it right now.
I think Forest drew, maybe, but correct me if I'm wrong. Alfred, you said it easy 5-0.
Did I?
It's not looking good, people. It's not looking good.
No, Forest lost to Everton. They lost 1-0.
Even worse. So we've missed out on vital points.
Yeah, we could have been 1 point behind Nottingham Forest if we won today. But this game we started well. We looked alive, and then it all went to crumbles. They scored on a counter-attack, had a long ball that a good play that Kukurea was too slow to, and then we can't, like, this setup Maresca is playing now. It doesn't work with the players we have. He needs to really consider how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, this is two massive points
Like
today.
It's similar to what I would say United are going through with Amorim, where he's trying to set up a set play, but it doesn't work with the players he have, and therefore they aren't winning many games. It's the same I feel, but the difference is we actually have won a lot of games, but I feel like he has done something after in the December where he said something to the players, and therefore it doesn't click with the players and what he wants them to do, and the players aren't just getting through what he wants them to do, and I don't know what it is, but if it's keep going and we miss out on top 4 or top 5,
Yeah.
I have been saying that we should give Maresca time. Maybe it's like with Guardiola, where he has like, okay, first season is okay, but second season is where the players really start to perform.
Yeah,
and that's why City always say when they sign players, we need to give them we need to give them 2 seasons before we can actually evaluate them. If this is the same case with Maresca, I don't know, but if we get outside top 5, we have regressed, because if you look at it, we got 6 or something points last season. Right now we're on 54, so it's not that bad. I can check how many points we got last season, but
I mean, overall it's probably bad though. Overall, Alfred, what do you make? You're on mute at the moment, Alfred.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm really glad that we came back and got a point at least, because at this time of the season, I think every point counts.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Like, look, if we didn't get this point today, we would have been, out of the top 5 now. So, look, it still sucks, obviously. I was thinking, especially with the way that the game started and how we were looking, I was very confident. I was feeling good. I was enjoying it. And then, of course, out of nowhere, we're 2-0 down. And I'm thinking, how are we going to make the Champions League doing shit like this? It's like, and a lot of people are saying, if we even do make the Champions League, is it a good thing? Because at the moment, we would go into Champions League and we would get fucking destroyed, you know, by some of the teams that are in there. But at the same time, we don't know how we're going to be next season. You know, we're not going to know. We won't know what additions we're going to make, what mentality the team is going to have at that time. So it could be completely different, but things definitely need to change. That is for sure.
Yeah, like we honestly can't play the way we're doing now. Like it's so boring. We don't create a lot of chances. All we do is pass it from left to right, left to right, left to right. There's nothing else happening. Like that's why I think Maresca really wants the wingers to take on their man. But yeah, it's this is bad. Like this is remind me of last season or something like that, where Southampton basically took the double over us when they got relegated. Yeah, 2 seasons ago.
I still just can't believe, Sindre. I'm never going to understand what has happened because I've said this a million times, but I keep asking because I just can't understand how we looked so good, so confident at the start of the season, you know, until things started dipping a little bit. You would have never thought that we would be struggling to at least make top four. We were looking like this season it was almost certainly going to
Yeah.
happen with
Well,
the way we were.
one thing I think happened is we actually downplayed ourselves too much. Like when all of the media was saying potential title race for Chelsea, Maresca said, "Nah, this team is not ready for a title race. We will not compete." We should have just said yes. When think about it now, we should have said yes. We are in a title race because we should have just been as cocky as possible and try to play with that way mentally, and therefore instead of I feel like when we downplayed it, we were like we were downplaying ourselves, like we're not ready for that. What is a title race? And now we are not, and now we're struggling because I felt after that our players just lost the confidence. If we said yes, we're in a title race, we can win the title, and just built the confidence with the media and said yes, we can go for it. I think it would have been a completely different Chelsea team that are playing since we had the confidence to go out there and said we are in a title race. Of course, we know our team is not good enough to do it, but at least we could have said we were in it until we weren't in it. Of course, that got away from us really quickly, but said we did that, and then we had confidence, and we actually beat Everton, and then we beat Ipswich, and then our December was completely different, and we actually were a level or above Liverpool when it became the new year. And that's the thing with hindsight. We don't know until we know. And we don't know what will happen if Maresca didn't say, no, we're not ready for a title race. If we had said something completely different, that the outcome could have been completely different, and that annoys me now. We should have said something more about it.
Yeah, I agree. Why would you say something so stupid? Like even if you don't want to say, you know, if you want to downplay that we're title challengers or whatever, just at least say, you know, look, we're in a very good position right now. We're going to take it game by game. We have the belief, you know, just stuff like that. You know, you don't have to say, oh, well, no, we're not title contenders or whatever, because it's exactly like you said. You fucked up the whole the energy of the team. You know.
Yeah. But we also have some other people on the panel. So Nippon,
Yes.
how you doing? How you doing, mate? Looking good with that mustache.
NS Sports.
I'm trying to go.
NS Sports.
I'm trying to go Nigel.
Congratulations.
I'm trying to go for the Nigel Mansell look.
I,
They don't
I
know
was
who Nigel Mansell is, but big up Nippon.
I was thinking Ted Lasso.
No, I'm thinking Nigel Mansell. I don't know if you. I don't know if anyone know who he is.
Driver.
Yeah, that's the style I'm trying to go for.
Listen, Nippon, congratulations on your amazing personal news. I wish you the very best. I wish you happiness. And yeah, hope you're doing well. I mean, disappointing result though.
Yeah, disappointed with the result, but obviously me being eternally positive, I still think we can finish in the UCL spots.
Wow. Still, with this
Yep.
performance.
Look, even when we look, I'm going to say something. Even when we had Roman, even when we had all the other managers before we had Maresca and Potter and all this nonsense, we were getting shit results back then as well. Like, if I remember, we once got knocked out to Bradford City, and I think that was when we had our golden era, like our Lampards, our Terrys, our Drogba's.
Well, wasn't that like in 2013 with Mourinho?
Mourinho.
No, it was
Yeah.
our it was our title-winning season 2014-15
Yeah.
with like Mourinho and Hazard, Costa, Terry like at his age, and Lampard had left and stuff like that.
Correct. But we get it.
Yeah.
Did Cisse say anything? DJ, you said your point. Obviously, I missed it. I was away. You good though, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, guys. Yo, the thing is, we're a young team, bro. We are a very young team. That's why we are going through this inconsistency. You feel me? But I feel like this season is gonna be a learning season for the kids. Okay, so my problem is our first halves, bro. This has been a problem throughout the whole season. We we always tend to have this first half problem that we always struggle in the first half. Like always. I don't know why, but it's something that we need to work on. Like it's gonna be too late because we only got how many games left? Um
Six
six,
games.
right. 6 games. So if we don't fix this like right now, like today, we're gonna start. I think we're gonna be out of the Champions League race. It's gonna be too late for us. So we need to work on that. But this season, like I said, we are a young team. We learned from last season. That's why we did a little bit better from last season, right? So there's improvement, a little bit improvement, but there's still that level of inconsistency that is there, and that is there because the players are young. This will happen, but I just give them till next season. That's when we're gonna start challenging for title. But right now, we need to focus on this Champions League. We really need it. So we need to work on starting games better. Like
Hmm.
having to struggle in the second half every time you play. It's not easy. So you're not gonna win games like that.
Yeah.
If you want to win a game, you have to win both the first half and the second half. So
Indeed.
that's what I gotta say.
Yeah.
We
But
got chance.
yeah, but I feel like we started, especially in this game, we started the first half really well,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere, Ipswich just scored on their, I think, like their first chance,
Yeah.
and then they
Yeah.
got more momentum in the game, they got more belief, and then they got another counter-attack style goal, and then they scored another one.
We had 15 shots in the first half, I think it was. Only two on
Yeah.
target. They had 5 shots, 2 on target, and they scored from both target
Yeah.
ones. We missed sitters. We missed sitters today. I think Jackson hit the post today as well.
Yeah, that was unlucky. That was from a little tight angle and first time finish. But
Cucurella done the same thing, bro, and he hit in.
it was non goal.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
It was
Tuan
a
Sebe got his foot to it.
Okay, cool. I was thinking
Yeah.
Cucurella hit it in very easily.
Yeah. But to I would say to get improvement from last season, we need to at least get 10 points from possible 18. If we get 10 points, we have improved from last season by 1 point. And
Yeah.
this season
I think we can get more than that for sure.
Against
Have you seen the teams?
have you seen
Yes, we playing Arsenal too, right? We playing Arsenal next, right?
No, next we're playing Fulham away from home. Then it's Everton.
We've played Arsenal both times.
Yeah.
We already played Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Fulham at away from home. Then it's Everton at home.
Yeah.
Then it's Liverpool. Then Newcastle. Then United.
And then Forest.
And then Forest to end it. So this is very important because Fulham are getting close to us this season.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool are winning the league.
Yeah.
United are ass. So right now we have to pray for United win today against Newcastle because that leaves Newcastle 1 point, I believe, behind us with 1 game less played. We have to beat them away from home to at least make sure that we stay above them. So right now it's not looking good that we will qualify for Champions League. If it is Europa League, then it's good. Then it's okay. But at least we then also have 2 ways to qualify for it. We can finish 5th or 6th and then also qualify via the Conference League, which we have to win. Like, I feel the Conference League will be so massive for us this season right now.
Yeah.
Because it will give this team taste of actually winning a trophy, and hopefully that they can get this young team to keep going, and we can start playing better. That's why I thought that the League Cup last season, when we played in the final, if we have won that would have been huge for this team. And of course, but we didn't. So right now, we need a trophy, in my opinion. And it would be so good to win a trophy and say, well, we'll have a trophy before Arsenal have. I know people say it's only the Conference League, but still, it's a trophy after all.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sindre.
Well, it will be very, very embarrassing now if we can't even win that.
Yeah,
I mean,
like who? It's I know we're playing. I know we're playing Lega Warsaw.
But
Well,
Who are we playing?
I gotta say this real quick. Sorry. The first half, them both goals they scored us. I think if we defended better, we shouldn't have considered those goals. Even the second one, the guy that had the ball, if Cucurella really stayed on him, like I'm not saying nothing to Cucurella. I'm not saying nothing against him. He scored. He did not score. That was an own goal, but he did what he was supposed to do. The ball went in the net. He was fighting throughout the whole game. But sometimes the goals that they score, it's very simple. It's very easy, and it's because of our defending. We need to work on those things. Them little things. It's not even little things. Things that you consider goal from. It's not even a little thing no more. So we need to improve on those things. Like I said, to me, Sindri, maybe you might say the first half we started a little bit better, but for me, we did not. We did not. If you don't score a goal,
Yeah.
then you don't start it better. For me, but we consider 2 on top of that.
Yeah, I can see that, but I felt like we should have had a goal in that opening 20 minutes, but we didn't. And I can see
Yeah,
that
right.
the first part of the first half was good, and then the second part of the first half was awful.
Yeah, yeah, that is
Yeah.
true.
So
That is
at least in the Conference League, we are playing either Djurgården or Rapid VN. That if we don't beat one of those two teams in the semifinal, like Maresca needs to be gone by the end of the season, or
Yeah.
before the I would
Who
sack
we
him.
gonna replace him with though?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Anyone.
Huh?
I'm not going to be Enzo out at any point this season, even
You know,
if
it's
that
easy to say we
happens.
can fire him. You feel me? But his
Yeah,
replacement.
I
That's the thing.
I would. I know this sounds crazy, and I know not people would say that. I would try and look at our sister club's manager.
Oh, Strasbourg.
Yeah, the Strasbourg manager, because he's
He's
having a
good.
younger average age in the squad, and they're performing better. They have won They have won 7 out of their last 9 games. Where they haven't lost, they've drawn both of them. And he's a younger team. He plays more entertaining football than Maresca. I think he can actually get something out of this team, so, in a weird way, better than Maresca can. And he has also been a manager, I believe, longer than Enzo Maresca as well.
Oh, yeah. Them young managers are over there doing their thing. You know, even that guy in Brighton,
Yeah,
Hudson.
Hustler, yeah,
Yeah,
Hustler.
he's even younger than some of them players. He's coaching, but you know,
Yeah,
He's only a few months older than me.
wow, that's crazy. And he over there doing his thing. You feel me? So yeah, them young coaches are very good because they understand the young players more. Because the age, the age is not far. It's not that far from one another. So I think they kind of understand this new generation more, and they can be in their heads and stuff. That's why. But yeah,
mhm.
but I think we should give Moraska a little bit time and see, because when he came, he inherited a squad of um a lot of young players. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And this discombobulated squad. It was too much stuff going on. He had to fix things little by little, little by little. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
but
think I think he will be the right guy for us. I'm not gonna say that right now, just a little bit, but I'll give him till next year, next season. If we're not improving, then yeah, Sindri, I'm all the way with you, bro. He got to go.
he
yeah,
just has to not say stupid shit like this season with the whole, oh, we are not title contenders, whatever. You don't have to say that stuff. You can
But
downplay it,
Yeah, yeah,
but
Alfred,
because I think it's
but
Alfred,
mind games though.
Alfred,
He
he
kind of
was
playing with his opponents.
he, he was
You
being
know, so
he's telling the truth. We're not. He was when he said we're not good. We're not in a title race. He
yeah.
nipping.
knew that this run.
but,
He
but, but,
knew
but I
that this
understand.
slip up was going to come.
Yeah, but
Nipping.
I understand where he coming from too. Maybe he's saying like he's not supposed to say that in the media.
He
Like we're not challenging for title. That's understandable too. You know what I mean? Even if that's the truth, you're not supposed to put the truth out there. but but you feel me? I think he is right to say that. So people won't get too much expectation on the team, and that's the truth. We're not a title challenging squad this season, but maybe
yeah,
next season we are. You feel me?
hang
So
on. At the time when he was saying that stuff, before he said that stuff, he had a team that was confident, flying, doing well, playing well.
5 games win streak in the Premier League.
Then what the
and
idiot
games,
did,
and games.
then he completely decided to completely suck all the energy out of this team with those comments. Like I said, you can say things in different ways, like say, for example, we are very happy with how we're doing. We are going to take one game at a time, but we are playing very confidently, stuff like that. You should never ever say to your team, especially when they're near the top of the table
And so young.
and so young, and people talking about them as potential surprise title challengers, because we weren't just saying that. Even rival fans were starting to talk a little bit. We were doing very well. You cannot, as a manager, just completely downplay your team's chances like that. I think
And
he was very
Rival
wrong.
fans were just doing it so that when we did slip up, they could just laugh at us.
yeah, and I completely get that. But he should have at least said something to the team like, okay, yeah, I'm going to say to the media that we are not in a title race, but as of now, we 100% are in a title race, and you guys need to believe that. Because if you had said something like that, played mind games with them, and hopefully that could still have kept us going and going, because we see that, okay, if we just, like Alfred said, we take one game at a time, and then we play more confidently. We kept playing the way we did. We beat Everton, then we beat Ipswich, and our December looked completely different. And then we keep on going. Maybe we win some games in January, we lose some. We keep going, and all of a sudden, well, right now we would be where Nottingham Forest are, or maybe an Arsenal are. And yes, we would have been further away from Liverpool, but we would still almost have secured ourselves a Champions League position. And a lot of people would have given credit to Maresca and said he is doing well in his first season in the Premier League, and with this such a young team. Chelsea have surprised everyone this season, and that's the thing. It's all about mind games, and I felt when he said that, he also went. He did something with our players as well, because we just started playing worse and worse.
Yeah, you can't have such a shift. The only thing that I can possibly think of with such a shift in performance is confidence issue because of something that has happened in the team. And I honestly think that Maresca has sucked the energy out of this team a little bit, and he's got to do something to fix that.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
Take care, DJ.
I'm good to come and say a little bit something. My packages are ready. I just gotta grab them right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
take
not
care,
me,
man.
bro.
Hope you have a good day at work.
All
Thank you for
right,
coming in.
see y'all.
Take care,
See you,
man.
man.
Nah, but this season has been such a roller coaster. Like, so well first half, and then December come around, and we all of a sudden we just haven't won a game in a long time almost.
In the first half of the season, man, that when we were having that run, I thought we were back, man. Honestly, that's how good things were going.
Yeah,
Like not fully. I wasn't expecting to win the Premier League, but we were looking like there's no way that we're not going to finish in the top four at least. And now look at us.
yeah, like this. Something happened in December, man. I don't know what it is. It's such a frustrating thing to see. Like, yeah. So hopefully, Newcastle lose to United now.
Has the game started?
It starts in 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
It's going to be a miracle if Man United beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anything can happen, as you saw today.
I mean, that's with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to check something. How many games has Enzo Maresca managed?
About 60, no? 55?
He.
Should be about 50 to 55. Excluding pre-season.
He's managed 47 games for Chelsea so far.
How many? 47?
47.
Okay. What, excluding pre-season?
Yeah. That's in the Premier League, Conference League qualifiers,
Yeah.
Carabao Cup and
and
FA
FA
Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have almost. He's almost. I've like almost won as many as or double the way. Man, yeah. But I wanted to see his overall record as manager.
I think transfer market might show it. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I'm looking. I'm trying to find it because I was watching Liam Rosenior, and he's managed at least. He's managed 30 something, 100 games or something in total for his clubs.
Is this Liam guy French?
He's English.
Is he?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
His surname is quintessentially French.
He is English from Sierra Leone. Yeah, because he managed 32 games for Hull last season. No, he managed 78 games for Hull, and so far he's managed 32 for Strasbourg. So he's at least managed 100 games.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what will happen if we get Liam Rosenier? Our fans will start saying, "Oh, why did we hire a championship manager again?"
Yeah, well, fair enough. Maresca's also managed over 100 games now. He managed 53 games for Leicester last season and now 47 games for Chelsea. So
Bang on 100.
That's bang on 100.
Yeah.
But
But
so
we do have a good record with Italian managers.
yeah, but the last two haven't been great.
You mean Antonio Conte and Maurizio Sarri?
No.
No.
Enzo Maresca, Maurizio Sarri. Conte won the league in his first season.
I thought we weren't counting Maresca. Sorry,
Well,
my bad.
he is appointed by Chelsea and he's Italian. So
Well, in your fairness, I mean, realistically, even though it's just Conference League, even he should still get a trophy. So, you know, that streak can continue about being
yeah,
you
but
know.
there's a difference between the Champions League, the Premier League, and the Conference League.
Yeah, I know, of course. I'm just
Of course,
making
but
it
then
clear.
we just have one more to stick it on Arsenal, don't we?
Yeah.
Because look,
And
Arsenal fans are like, "Oh, if we win the Champions League, we're bigger than Chelsea." No. For you to be bigger than Chelsea in general and in Europe, you're going to have to win the UCL 3 times and the Europa League 4 times. Sorry, and the Europa League 3 times. That's the only way you'll ever be bigger than us in Europe.
I would say no, because they're only missing. If they win the Champions League, I would say they're bigger because they have one more. Then they're bigger than us in general because they won more. They won more trophies in general than us. They won more league titles than us. More FA Cups. I think more league cups. Yes, we have more successful in Europe, but then they are a bigger club in general because they have all the if apart from the Club World Cup, because that's going to be now every 4 years.
What? Are you serious? Every 4 years, like the World Cup and the Euro
Yes,
and Copa America.
and that's a big thing about winning the Club World Cup. Now, if we win it, we can bear the crest of the Club World Cup on our kit for 4 years. No other team than Real Madrid have won it more than one season because they won the Champions League 3 years in a row. So they're the only team that have worn that crest for more than 1 year. And I think I don't know what will happen with.
Your Sindri. Have you got the end stream button? Because unfortunately,
Yeah.
I'll leave, sadly. I'll leave you up to it. Big up to everyone tuning in, man.
Take
Pick up yourself,
Take care, man.
Take care, man.
Take care, bro.
See you soon. Yeah, so we can keep on going with this a little bit longer if you guys want, but like
Sindri takeover.
yeah, I don't know what will happen. I don't know what will happen with the tournament that is now the Club World Cup. But like the new Club World Cup will be every 4 years, and therefore I think the last 4 winners of the Champions League will be the 4 teams from Europe in the Club World Cup. So if Arsenal win it now, they are guaranteed to be in the next in the Club World Cup in 2029, or 2029, and then the 3 next winners will be the other teams. And if, say, Real Madrid win it 2 times out of the next 3, it will go back years, so or something like that. Or I don't know how they will decide it, because that's the way Chelsea got into the Club World Cup, because Real Madrid had won it 2 times, City has won it, and of course it's also the biggest clubs, because there's also Bayern and Inter and stuff like that are also in the Club World Cup. So it's not only the Champions League winners.
How do you guys see Real Madrid's chances of turning this tie around? Do you think it's done?
It's gonna be interesting.
1% chance, 99% faith. Hala Madrid.
Because of course now that they're gonna miss Camavinga, who got sent off in that game.
But they'll have Shuameni back.
Yeah, if he will play, that's another part, because he is back. Yeah, he was suspended, wasn't he?
They'll be in front of their own fans as well. I think, although Arsenal, listen, I have to give them credit in that first leg. They were fantastic. They were very professional, very confident everywhere, in all areas of the pitch. But they were in their own ground in front of their fans. Now they know that their fans will never forgive them if they fuck this up.
Yeah.
And they're gonna now be at the Bernabeu, their best chance in a very long time to actually win the whole thing. And they'll be, if Real Madrid can score an early goal in that game, then I think there's gonna be problems for them.
We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, this the game on Wednesday is gonna be interesting, indeed. And thank God it's on Wednesday, because I don't have work the next day, so I can actually watch the game and stay up a little bit longer. So don't have to go.
I have an early start on Thursday.
Yeah, because it's not, you don't have a day off because of Easter.
No, I have an early start on Thursday.
That sucks. But yeah, that game is gonna be an interesting game to watch. But
I am begging Real Madrid do a miracle.
It will be so fun. But yeah. And Alfred, one thing you said in the group chat about this game was you're starting to lose patience with Pedro Neto.
Yeah, look, I liked him, quite a bit, but I've seen him doing a lot of just really, really stupid decision making, and when he does try to shoot, they're just so often just half-hearted, just uninterested, shitty attempts. It's like he's just shooting, but he doesn't care whether he scores or not.
That's what I said in the in the chat as well earlier, that I felt we should have taken Pedro Neto off or brought on either Sancho or Tariq George to get something else, because Pedro Neto wasn't doing anything. I felt he was only slowing the game down in a way and just hogging the ball in a way, when he was standing still, trying to do like this shimmies with his body, trying to make the defender fall for it, and then just passes backwards almost every single time. So yeah, he was not worth 60 million. Another player that we have overspent on and doesn't really, in my opinion, fit the system. He for certainly can't play on the left hand side, as I thought. He is not effective there. And next season we will have Esteban Willian and Noni Madueke on that right hand side. Maybe even Kender Paez as well. If he performs well in the Club World Cup, we will assess him there as well.
Yeah, well, Chris, unfortunately, I'm saying this way too much as a Chelsea fan lately, but in recent seasons, but I can't wait for this season to be over.
Yeah,
You know?
one player I would like to, that I've heard and a rumor going around a lot now is Bradley Barcola from PSG.
Oh yeah,
He I think he has like 3 to 4 years left on his contract, but they're trying to renew his contract, and he's not signing it at the moment. So because of course they have Kvicha, they have Ousmane Dembele, they have Desiree Doué now, they have Goncalo Ramos. They have a lot of attacking players, but Barcola isn't playing a lot. He's rotating with Doué and stuff like that, and Kvaratskhelia. So and we are desperate for a left winger. Misha is possibly out with a doping ban.
man, do you know anything about what's going on there? We haven't heard.
I just think they're delaying announcing that he's been banned. Because if he was tested negative, it would already be out in the news. Because then they could have they could have, okay, he's tested negative. He's not. It was something that was then and there. Hopefully, it could be cleared from the ban, and then he could start playing again. Because he has been playing since we had the reported the B sample should have been out in January, end of January. It's most likely a second positive. I'm not saying it is most likely. I believe it is, because then that's why it's not announced that he is banned. I think they will wait until the end of the season to then really announce it. But
it really pisses me off, man, because this was such a good chance for him to gain.
yeah, but I think we'll end it really soon in like 2 to 3 minutes. But yeah, this game was started well and then turned boring after they scored the goals, because it was so frustrating to watch.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. At least we got some excitement in the end, thinking that we might just get the 3 points, but not to be, of course, unfortunately. And now I'm so pissed off because we should have, from the last game and today, 4 points more than we should.
I would say we should have had that we should have had 3 points from both games. Yes.
Yeah,
I agree with that. But at least we are on Tottenham, that who have lost 4-2 to Wolverhampton.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think we'll end the stream now, if that's okay. So I will end the stream now. So big up to the one that's been watching. Hit the subscribe button and the notification, the bell notification, so that you know when we're going live after games. Hopefully, we will go live after a lot of the games that's remaining in the season, and of course, we will be more active during the summer. I believe that they can say that when the transfer windows open. Of course, Chelsea will have 2 transfer windows, different transfer windows, and it will be hectic with both the Club World Cup and the transfer window still going on. Depending on how far we get into it, hopefully we can get out of the group stage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining Nippon. Up the Chelsea, everyone. Pray for
Up the
Chelsea.
Chels.